You've tapped Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, to head up this Department of Government Efficiency.
Correct.
Which proposes cuts to the federal government. I think a lot of people hear that and they get concerned about Medicare and Social Security and
Not gonna have
Medicaid
anything to do.
and defense spending.
You
won't touch Medicare, Social Security?
Abuse, fraud.
Okay.
No, I said to people, we're not touching Social Security, other than we make it more efficient, but the people are going to get what they're getting.
Okay.
And we're not raising ages or any of that stuff.
Okay,
No,
off the
I
table.
won't do it.
If you believe Trump when he says he'll never touch Social Security and Medicare, then I have an email for you from a guy in Nigeria.
I'm very rich.
Trump has shut down service at the CDC that held valuable information about COVID, the bird flu, the tuberculosis outbreak in Kansas, and any and all references to LGBT. Plus, his husband Elon, well, he shut the U.S. Agency for International Development Workers out of their headquarters in downtown D.C. as he and his wife moved to get rid of it permanently. By the way, U.S. aid distributes billions of dollars of humanitarian aid around the world, but no more, because as soon as Trump took office, he told the rest of the world they can go f themselves, and MAGA loves it.
America is for Americans and Americans only.
And now this. Musk installed a server at the Office of Personnel Management in D.C., allowing him to control a massive database of federal employees.
Elon Musk is a total and complete phony.
So now this creep has the ability to extract information from databases that store medical histories, personally identifiable information, workplace evaluations, and other private data. This guy, the same guy who supports conspiracies around COVID, who spread a lie that Nancy Pelosi's husband, who was nearly beaten to death by a MAGA turd, was instead assaulted by his gay lover. He also supports neo-Nazi groups in Germany. So, well, that guy will now have access to all federal employees' data, and who knows, every American's personal information. What could go wrong?
It's an unconstitutional power grab, and it's also one part of a larger illegal and unconstitutional effort by this administration to gut the federal workforce and gut the federal government writ large. If they can get away with this with USAID, they can do it anywhere. And that means that no part of the federal government, including programs like Medicare and Social Security, will be safe from this administration. So it is illegal, and it is just the first stop on this administration's effort to undermine programs and benefits in order to line the pockets of uber wealthy donors and friends of the president.
But will the president and the first lady keep their hands off Medicare and Social Security? Republicans like Utah Senator Mike Lee has already proposed eliminating it.
I'm here right now to tell you one thing that you probably haven't ever heard from a politician. It will be my objective to phase out Social Security, to pull it up by the roots and get rid of it.
I want you to think about that for a second. That means more than 70 million Americans will be shit out of luck on the street. But there's more.
On January 20th, 2025, Donald Trump is sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. Unfortunately, he keeps his promises. Trump seizes control of a divided government, signing hundreds of executive orders implementing Project 2025. Trump replaces over 50,000 civil servants with hardline MAGA loyalists. The federal oath of office now requires declaring loyalty to the president, not the Constitution. Protected by the Supreme Court's grant of total immunity for official acts, Donald Trump orders the Department of Justice to arrest members of the January 6th Commission, current and former DOJ employees, and political opponents for treason, election interference, and conspiracy. He declares it to be an official act. Trump ends birthright citizenship by executive order and turns millions of American-born citizens into illegal aliens overnight. Mass deportations began. Hundreds of thousands, including legal U.S. residents and American citizens, are imprisoned in newly built camps.
Republicans said, oh, that'll never happen. Yeah, everything about 2025 is coming to pass. And this means loyalty tests and theocratic Republicans installing a Christian-based government.
Some will say now that I am calling America a Christian nation. And so I am. And some will say that I am advocating Christian nationalism. And so I do.
By the way, who the fuck elected Musk and put him in charge of anything?
President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No, that's not happening. But Elon's done an amazing job. Isn't it nice to have smart people that we can rely on? No, he's not going to be president, that I can tell you. And I'm safe. You know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country.
Even Tiny Fingers fears him, but if you really want to know what's happening, it starts with Fox News. When Propaganda Barbie said this recently,
Doge and OMB also found that there was about to be 50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to fund condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money. So that's what this pause is focused on, being good stewards of tax dollars.
it was all bullshit, but maybe she's not in on the lie. I mean, she's 27 and full of vigor and obviously inexperienced, but Fox didn't call her out on it. They praised her performance.
She's so young, I feel proud of her. That's how I feel proud of her. Everybody was impressed. It was...
Fox doesn't fact check the news, or maybe they do and they lie anyway. But when it was reported there were 50 million condoms sent to Gaza, everybody said, no. The State Department wouldn't respond, but that didn't stop Trump from lying about it to defend Musk cutting off U.S. aid funding. And oh yeah, now he's saying it's $100 million for condoms.
Groups and certain numbers, some of the numbers are horrible, what he's found. Think of it, $100 million on condoms to Hamas.
That's a blatant lie on top of a blatant lie. Although imagine if we'd given 100 million condoms to the parents of these morons.
Wait a minute, why are you forcing your lifestyle over on me?
Who's forcing you to be gay?
Joe Biden and his crew.
Joe Biden's forcing you to be gay?
No, not forcing me. Make sure you get that right. I ain't gay and ain't got nothing to do with it, okay?
Here's what's coming, people. Trump's threats to unleash tariffs and deport millions is already illustrating who the guy is. He backed off Mexico, and now he and Trudeau have cut a deal.
Now we've just gotten this announcement from Trudeau himself, who I should note got out ahead of the White House in this. He said he had a good call with Trump. He said that Canada is going to be implementing a $1.3 billion border plan where they talk about reinforcing the border. I should note that's actually something that Trudeau announced and Canada announced back in December, about mid-December.
And China? He won't with China. And fentanyl? Instead of working with grassroots anti-drug organizations and funding them, Trump will spend millions, hundreds of millions, on drug interdiction that just doesn't work. And the deportation efforts? 12 million people? That's a joke. It would never work. That would be 3,000 undocumented immigrants a day for 36 years. And they can't get it right now. Here's Hegseth and Homan looking all butch in their fatigues. Listen up.
We have exclusive reporting that there are migrants that were arrested in recent weeks that have been released back into the interior of the country because there's not enough space in ICE facilities. Were you aware of that and your reaction?
I'm not aware of that, but I'll address that.
Trump lies and Fox complies, and Republicans tuck back their jump and go right along. And while anyone who graduated junior high can see the truth, Trump's base plods along, unaware of the danger Trump's dim-witted posse poses. Will Social Security and Medicare make it? Well, there's an election next year, if you're interested.
Damn right.
I'm as mad as hell.
Whether the women like it or not.
Suck my fat one. This isn't their Republican Party anymore.
And this guy's personal life is a total disaster.
Trust me.
Shut the fuck up, Darren.
Who's with me? Oh, yeah, the lie.
Indictable.
Out of sheer morbid curiosity, I'm allowing this freak show to continue.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes!
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donna.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.